together we'll do Mangalacharya. Kundendivar sundaravati balau Vijnana dhama vubhau Shobhadyau varadan vinau shrutinutau Govipravinda priyau Maya manusharupinau raghuvarau Saddharma varma hitau Sitan veshana tatpara pathigatau Bhakti pradau tohinaha Brahmambodhisu mudbhavam kalimala Pradvamsinam Srimachambhu mukhendu sundaravare Samshobhitam sarvada Samsaramaya bheshajam sukhakaram Shri Janaki jivanam Dhanyaste kritina pibanti satatam Shri Ram Mamamritam Shri Ram Nama Mukti Janma Mahi Jani Jnana Khani Ghana Hani Kara Vani Sokasi Seyakasana Karata Sakala Surapinna Vishamagaral Jai Pan Kiya Tehina Bhajasi Manamanda Ko Kripal Sankar Satyamar Sut Hanuman ki jai Umapati Mahadev Aage chale bahuriya guraya Rishyamukh parvat niraya we chanted yesterday. You see, Bhagavan Shri Ram now has come to this Pampasar, and there in that area Kishkinda Rishyamukh parvat is there, and that parvat there Taharaha Sachiva Sahita Sugriva with his ministers and all. And Sugriv sees Bhagavan Shri Ram coming, and he sent Hanumanji to inquire who is this. Hanumanji comes there, and he also instructs Hanumanji, Pathe Bali, Hoimanam Mela, if Bali has sent these two people to kill me, then you tell from there itself. The Hanumanji Viprarupa Dhari Kapikta Gayau Matanai Puchata Asa Bhayau. From there we have to see. Viprarupa Kapi Dhari Kapi Taha Gayau. It took the form of a Brahmana. Then went there. Then bowed his head. Puchat. And then he asked. We saw Asa Bhayau. Who are you? Kotum Syamal Gaur Sarira. Who are you? The dark one and fair one. That means Bhagavan said, perhaps was in front. From that also he could maybe tell that Bhagavan is the elder. The elder always walks in front. The little one always tagging behind. Kutuma Syamal. Syamal means dark color, Bhagavan. And Gaura, fair one, Lakshmana. Sarir, and it's from the level of the body. But seeing them, first bowing his head and then asking, bowing head, people, Ramayankar means anytime there are Ramayana conferences or Ramayana Santa Sanmelan, in Santa Lok, they get together and they discuss, and they will just take that one point. Matanai Hanumanji bowed. Mathanai means he bowed his head. Then they will ask, why Hanumanji bowed? Well, there are about 100 reasons why he bowed. One I told you last night, because Hanumanji is a bhakta by nature, you see. And a bhakta's nature is to bow. By nature is not. Some say he bowed because Rama's nature was like that. Rama's nature was what? I don't know if you remember when we had seen in Balkanda, when Bhagwan Ram and Lakshmana went to Janakpur, and all Santas, all of them, they were sitting, including Vishwamitra and King Janak and all his Shatananda and all his ministers, and everybody had come to get darshan of Vishwamitra ji. And then Bhagwan Ram and Lakshmana returned from that garden. You remember they had gone roaming in that garden? So that time when Bhagwan Ram walked into that tent, everybody got up, including King Janaka, who was sitting, and Shatananda also. He also got up. It means to say the force of Rama's personality is such that he made everybody get up. So here, in the same way, the force of Rama's personality could have made Hanumanji bow his head. Then some say, this Sugriva told him to take Batu Roop. He took Brahmana Roop, means grown person. In Ramanand Sagar is Ramayana, a grown person only. Big grown man. Long choti and all. I mean, every Ramayana is a big grown person. But some say, no, he came in Batu Roop only. And in Batu Roop means Vipra is here, they take a Batu, small brahmachari. Then nature of brahmachari to bow. That also. So all sorts of reasons they can give. He bowed. But after bowing, then he asked, Ko tuma syamala gaura sarira. Who are you? Two, dark and fair one. Chatri Rupa. Pirahu bana bira. Now he also he doesn't know whether they are Kshatriyas. A Kshatriya Rupa. There's a doubt there, isn't it? If they are Kshatriya Rupa, Hanumanji is saying, you're in Kshatriya Rupa. You have taken the form of Kshatriyas, but I really don't know if you are Kshatriyas. And then they look resplendent. So he bowed for that one other reason also. Kshatri Rupa Pirahu Bana Bira. Roaming this forest. Looking heroic also. Kathina Bhumi Komala Padagami. On this harsh ground. Kathin Bhumi means harsh ground, and your feet, Komala Pada. Bhagwan Ram. See how he could tell. He hasn't touched his feet yet, Komala Pada. How perceptive Hanumanji is to see the feet of the Lord so soft and walking on this harsh ground. They don't match, he feels. Gami, one who is going. Then, Kavana hetu bicharahu bana Swami. Then he called him Swami also, master. How he suddenly became his master. Kavana hetu bicharahu bana. Why are you roaming about in this forest? Again. Then, Mridula Manohar Sundara Gata. Your body is also, both of you, so soft and tender bodies. It doesn't suit this terrain. This forest is for monkeys like me. But he doesn't say that because he's not in monkey form, He is in Brahmana form. But that is what he means. Your bodies do not suit this terrain. Out of place. As though. Sahata dusaha bana atapa bata. And you're bearing all the heat and warmth of this forest air and all of this. Sahata dusaha bana atapa. Burning in this forest. Ki tuma tini deva mahakko. Are you both of you, two of that Trinity. Tini Dev Maha Ko, Tini Dev Brahma Vishnu Mahesh. So are you two of them? Or are you Nara Narayana? Ki tum do. Nara Narayana, two in Bhagavan Vishnu had taken form of Nara Narayana at one time. Nara Narayana means incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu. So are you these two, Nara Narayana? Jaga Karana Tarana Bhava Bhanjana Dharani Bhar Ki tum Akhila Bhuvana Pati Lina Manuja Avatar. He means to say, are you the Lord? Now he addresses Rama directly now. Are you the Lord himself, Akhila Bhuvana Pati, the Lord of the universe? Lina Manuja Avatar, who has taken avatar to remove the earth of its burden. Bhanjana Dharani Bhar. Jagakaran Tarana Bhava. Bhanjana Bhava. Means the Lord himself, who is the cause of this universe and who crosses people over this universe and who has taken avatar to remove the burden of this world. Are you that Lord? Hanumanji is making good guesses. He's good at guessing, isn't it? Well, I think Bhagavan's personality and his resplendence and all, that greatness made it very easy for Hanumanji to guess rightly. Hanumanji didn't have to guess too much. But anyway, asking all of these questions now, how many times? Ko tuma, ki tuma, 3 times. So some people say that it shows that Hanumanji is a bhakta, that it confirms. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Because if he was a jnani, he would have asked, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Koham. He's a bhakta, he's asking Bhagavan, who are you? Who are you? Like that. They say like that, Now, Bhagavan Shri Ram replies to Hanumanji. कोसलेस दशरथ के जाए हम पितु बचन मानी बन आए नाम राम लक्ष्मण दो भाई संग नारी सुकुमारी सुहाई इहा हरि निशिचर वैदेही विप्र फिरहि हम खोजत तेहि आपन चरित कहाँ हम गाय कहु विप्र निज कथा बुझाई प्रभु पहचानि परउ गहि चरना जाई नहीं बरना पुलकित तन मुख आवन बचना देखत रुचिर बेश के रचना पुनि धीरजु धरि स्तुति कीनी हर्ष हृदय निज नाथ ही चीनी मोर न्याओ में पूछा साई तुम पूछऊ कस नर की नाई तब माया बस फिर बुलाना ताते मैं नहीं प्रभु बह एक मैं मंद मोह बस कुटिल हृदय अज्ञान पुनि प्रभु मोहि विसारे दीन बंधु भगवान सियावर पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो Kosales Dasarath ke jaye means we are the sons of Dasharath, who is Kosales. First he calls Kosales. Kosales means Dasharath Ji Maharaj. The lord of Kosal Desh is called Kosalesh. Means Ayodhya. Then Dasharath, if Hanumanji did not know who is Kosalesh, then he says, Dasarath, and then Ke Jaive, the son, his sons. Hama pitu bachana mani bana aaye. We have come to the forest here. Because Hanumanji asked that same thing. What are you doing roaming this? First, ki tum? Or ko tum? Who are you? Then what are you doing here? Hama pitu bachana mani bana aaye. We came to the forest to fulfill the words of our father, Our father had given word to, he didn't tell all that. He just said we came to fulfill the words of the father. Father had given word to this Kaikeyi. And now, by her servant, she asked for this boon. Nama Ram. My name is Ram. Lakshman, do bhai. This is Lakshmana and two of us are brothers. Then Sanganari, Sukumari, Suhai with us was the beautiful princess, my wife, Sita ji. Sanganari, Sukumari, Suhai. Then what happened? Iha Hari Nisichara Vaidehi. Somebody kidnapped that Vaidehi. Nisichar, some Rakshas. Iha Hari Nisichara Vaidehi Vipra O Brahmana Phirahi. We are roaming Khojata Tehi, looking for her. This is Bhagwan's reply. How many lines? 1.5 chopai. Bhagwan takes 1.5 chopai. What an amazing thing. He is the Lord of Akhila Bhuvanapati, Lord of the entire universe. And he tells his entire story in 1.5 chopai. And when we start our story, Hare Ram. We have no story, but when we start our story, it just goes on and on, isn't it? And we see the Lord of the universe finishes his whole story in 1.5 chopai. What is it? Bhagwan makes so little of so much. And we make so much of not even so little, of nothing. But he is able to make himself so simple, to condense his entire story into 1.5 chopai. And you wouldn't believe, when the Lord speaks also, how many things are packed into there. Kosale, in his reply, there is you see, when somebody asks, who are you? What do we do first? I am Mr. So-and-so. I am Miss So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so, isn't it? I don't know why they have, for women they have Miss and Mrs. And for men they only have Mr. They should have Mr. and Misters. I am Mr. So-and-so. Mr. and Misters. Anyway, so we quickly say, I am Mr. So-and-so. Like, isn't it? Bhagavan says, Kosale se Dasarath ke jai. It means to say, he identifies himself first by his origin, his roots. His roots. And people talk about roots all the time, na? Going back to your roots. Have you heard people say? Urdhva Moolam. Urdhva Moolam we are seeing right now. So he identifies himself by his roots. Dasharath is the source, the root. Like that. Kosale se Dasarath ke jai. Self-identification becomes better when we do that. I'll tell you why. Anybody who's trying to identify himself, the best thing to do is to identify with your roots. The reason is, the identity crisis is always there because people are trying to identify themselves in the present milieu in which they are living. And always in present there is a number of notions and ideologies and lifestyles and trends and so many things vying with each other, and all of them pouncing on his head at the same time. So in that big, in Trinidad we call kalalu, in that big mix of so many modern things besieging his head simultaneously, that person is surely not going to be able to define himself. So the best thing is to identify and define oneself based on my origins, my root, my heritage, where I've come from, where, like that. From this, that is the best start. But in present time, people who don't do that, they are mixed, confused, concretized. They are mixed, confused, and concretized beings. Concretized means mixed up and permanently set. Like that. This is what is going on in the world. So people don't know what they are. And no, I am a mix of everything. I am a product of the melting pot. People say, product of the melting pot. In that melting pot identity, a melted pot identity, it means I am a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of the other thing, a bit of the other thing. Well, we don't see things in the world which are made by Bhagwan, which is like that, When an Indian person is born, all of him is Indian. When an African person is born, all of him, an apple tree, all of the tree is apple tree. It's not a mix of a maple tree and a mix of a apple tree and a mix of a grapevine and a mix of a... It's an apple tree, isn't it? It's a distinct, it's something distinct. But human beings, mix of all the ideas. No, I am a product of the melting pot, the modern age, Swamiji, you don't know. I am a cosmopolitan being. I am a representative of the cosmopolitan modern man. Like that. So what? He stands for nothing and falls for everything. That is his problem. A confused person. So, it's always better. I identify firmly with one thing. From there on we work. I may share the other person's view and I love you for what you love. You love that and you want to do that. Who is it? Abraham Lincoln. I may not share your view and believe what you believe, but I'll fight to the death to protect your right to hold that view. Like that. But I know what I am. You bask in what you are. But all this kind of melting pot business, see Bhagwan. Then that's the first thing. I identify my roots, what I am, where I've come from. I identify with something that is specific, like that. Then Hama Pitu Bachana Mani Bana I. Why I came here to this forest? The other thing is where we have come from and what are we doing in this world? Like that. This is said, no? Where I have come from, what am I doing here, and where am I going? Those three questions are essential. I am supposed to be able to answer. So he is answering in that same order also. Where I have come from. I am a product of the Dasharatha Maharaj. Then, what am I doing here? We came here to fulfill the words of our father. He had given his words. Ama pitu bachana mani bana aaye. Then, last only, Nama Ram. My name is Ram. Nama Ram Lakshman do bhai. Then, he'll tell no. Where are we going? Where are we going? We are going in search of Sita ji. Sanganari Sukumari Suhai Iha Hari Nisichara Do Iha Hari Nisichara Vaidehi. But some Rakshasa kidnap that Sita. Actually, this is the Lord's problem. But he left his problem for last, you see. Problem comes last. We tell our problems first, Don't bother me, I have a headache. Or don't bother me, I am upset. Our problem comes first. And we were seeing that when we saw that Mitra Panchakama, oh, no, not your class. It will come here just now. Bhagavan will tell that a true friend is the one who puts all his problems behind him, and his problems like a speck of dust, and his friend's problem is like a Mount Meru, who considers his friend's problem as like the mountain, and so he has to help his friend, and his own problems he puts behind. And you see Bhagavan, in the last line of his speech only, Iha Hari Nisichara Vaidehi Vipra Pirahu Pirahi Hama Khojata Tehi. We are looking for her. So he's telling now what is he going to do, or where he's going to go in search of Sitaji. So he answers also to all Hanumanji's questions, but he also answers in an order that is very, very instructive for all of us. An order that shows humility. He puts his problems last. He tries to satisfy the Brahmana who is asking him questions. And all the other things about, if you notice, Hanumanji asks about how your soft feet are being tormented on this harsh ground, this heat of the air, and your soft body being subjected to such harshness in this forest, and none of that it means his own afflictions, he doesn't tell anything about. He thinks about how Sita ji must be suffering, and he says we are in search of her, but no mention of his own afflictions. Otherwise, human being, I tell you, especially these husbands and all, when they get sick, I have seen many houses. Then they lie down there. They'll eat little flu or something, and nothing really. And then that wife has to bring this thing, children have to bring that thing, and everybody have to bring all sorts of things there to take care of it. And when that wife is sick, she still gets up and takes care of the household and takes care of everything. But this husband and all, little affliction, they're called atap. It is true, I have seen too many times. And there are some people, even if he thinks a cold is coming, it has not come yet also. He thinks it is coming already, he lies down there now. Oh, bring that for me. Oh, bring that thing for me. But see Rama, Hanumanji asked several times, your soft feet on this ground, tender body, Sumanohara Gata, tender, beautiful, Mridula Gata, Mridula Sumanohara Sundara Gata, and subject to this thing. Bhagavan doesn't, it is as though Hanumanji never even asked or said, mentioned, nothing. Iha Hari Nisichara Vaidehi and Vipra Pirahi Ham Khojata Tehi. Oh Brahmana, we are looking for her. Now, after that, when Bhagavan Ram just told in 1.5 chaupai his story, this is story of Paramatma, Parameshwar, all wrapped up in 1.5 chaupai. That also shows the economy of words. Then, Apan Charit Kaha Ham Gai, Bhagavan Ram now. I have told my charit, Apan Charit Kaha Ham Gai. I've told you our story, me and Lakshmana. Then, Kahu Vipra Nija Katha Bujai. You tell your story now. Well, Hanuman, like us now. Hanumanji's story now will go on. Like all of us. आपन चरित कहा, I told. Now kahu vipra nija katha, your story. What about you now? Then the next line, Prabhu pehchani pareu gahi charana so sukh uma jai nahi varana. Hanumanji recognizing, realizing that this was Bhagwan himself. Pareu gahi charana, he fell on the feet of Bhagwan Shri Ram. And Bhagwan Shiva, who is telling this story to Uma, that is his own incarnation. And he tells, Uma, so sukha Uma, that joy Uma, jai nahi varana. That joy of having fallen at the feet of Bhagwan Shri Ram, I cannot describe. It cannot be described. It means to say that it was his own experience as Hanumanji, because Hanumanji is incarnation of Shiva only. And so he said, Jai nahi varna, that cannot be described. No, Uma is left there now. Oh yeah, what? Really, I don't know that joy. Then, Pulakit tan mukh avan bachna dekhat ruchir besh ke rachna. With his hair standing on ends. Pulakit tana mukh avana bachna. No words could come to his mouth, to his lips. Dekhat ruchir besh ke rachna. To see what the Lord of the universe himself, Paramatma, the infinite absolute reality, has come in such simple vesha in front of him. That blew the mind of Hanumanji. He could not speak. The Lord whom he had waited for all his life, that Lord came in front of him. Punithi rajthari astuti kinhi harasha hridaya nij nath hi chinhi. He collected himself and astuti kinhi, he did stutis, praises for Bhagwan, sang stuti. Tulsidas ji also loses his his ability to write the stuti. Because usually when Ahalya did a stuti or that one did stuti, he writes the stuti. When Brahmaji did stuti, he writes the stuti. When Hanumanji did stuti, Shavari did stuti. Such bhaktas, they melt the heart of Tulsidas ji also. So when they only astuti kinhi, bas. Tulsidas ji also cannot bring himself to write it. Astuti kinhi harasha hridaya nija nath hi chinhi. So glad in heart that Hanumanji, that Bhagwan Ram had chosen to come and give him darshan. Look, Hanumanji did not have to go there. Bhagwan Ram came to Kishkinda, Pampasar, Rishyamukh Parvat. Then a thought occurred to him. Mor nyau मैं पूछा साई. Prabhu, it is fitting, that I ask, who are you? तुम पूछो, but you are asking me. Kasa nar ki nai, like some ordinary man. You are asking me who I am. It is okay if I ask, because I am a ignorant jiva living in your sansar. But you are asking, Tava Maya, basa phirau bhulana. Cast in your Maya eternally. It is okay if I forget you, because I am taken over so much by your Maya. Tate main nahi Prabhu pehchani. But then you also did not, I did not recognize you, that is fitting. But, and his heart is moved tremendously with pain because Bhagavan did not recognize him. Eku me manda moha basa. I am dull-witted, living in your sansar, taken over by all delusion, moha. Kutila hridaya ajnan, full of ignorance and with so many averse, evil thoughts in my mind. Puni Prabhu mohi visareu. You are the one who cast me in this maya, in this state. Tava maya bas hirau. And then after all of that, you cast me out also. Puni Prabhu mohi visareu. You forgot me. You didn't recognize me. And then people call you Dina Bandhu Bhagavan. Dina Bandhu Bhagavan. How can you do this to me? Like that kind of bhav is there. How you forgot me. Then Jadapi nath bahu avagun more sevak prabhui pare jani bhor. Even though I may be filled with so many avagunas, bad qualities. Kutila hridaya, ajnani, mandamati, mohabasa, all he himself just told. Even though I may be filled with so many different bad qualities, avaguna, durgunas, avaguna means durgunas. Sevak prabhui pare jani bhore. Please remember, Prabhu, I have never stopped being your sevak. Don't cast me out from your list of sevaks like that. Nath jivatava maya moha. The jiva is living in your maya, deluded. So nistarai tumhare hi choha, and can only cross over this sansar or this maya by your grace. Tapar me raghubir tuhai jano nahi kachu bhajana upai. And I depend only on that one thing. I depend on you only to cross me over. I don't know any bhajan, puja, kirtan, ityadi. Jano nahi kachu bhajana upai. Sevaka sut pati matu bharose rahai asoch vanai prabhu pose. Just like that son depends, little baby boy depends solely on his mother, and like the sevak depends solely on the master, so also I depend solely on you. Rahi asoch banai prabhu pose means to say, these two of them, they stay worryless because the boy has his mother and the servant has his master, so he is to worry about nothing. Rahi asoch banai prabhu pose. Asa kahi pare, saying like this and realizing that Bhagavan himself did not recognize him. Bhagavan is the one who is responsible for sending me in the sansar. The Lord himself did not recognize me. Asa kahi pare ucharan akulai, saying like this once more with great agitation in his mind. Akulai, greatly agitated, he fell on the feet of Bhagavan Shri Ram once more. Then Nijatanu pragati priti urchai. In his forgetfulness, in his love for Bhagavan and his forgetfulness, he reverted back to his own form, kapi, his own monkey form. Tab raghupati uthai urlava nijalochana jala sichi chudava. Bhagavan lifted him from the ground, brought him to his heart, and with his own tears he showered Hanumanji. There is no meeting like this in Ramayana anywhere. But the Lord It is said Bhagavan did Abhishek of Hanumanji with his tears. Because this is incarnation of his Ishta Devta, So he did Abhishek with his own tears. Hanumanji and Bhagwan Sri Ram meeting this here is tantamount to the Jiva merging with Ishvara. Jiva merging with Ishvara. This, while it is a very moving and very, very hair-raising experience of a katha in Ramayana, the genius of Tulsidas ji is such that he can also capture in the story, in such a deeply bhakti-filled story, a deep bhakti-filled story, he can capture pure Vedanta also inside of it. And that is all because of the genius of Tulsidas in his presentation. Of course, Rama's own act, which Tulsidas is merely relating. But Rama did not recognize him. If you see in this story, Rama did not recognize him, but the moment he forgot that Brahmana form and he took his Kapi form, Bhagavan immediately recognized him and brought him to his heart. And then he merged with Bhagavan. So, the Vedanta point there is, Hanumanji assumed a form other than what he was. He assumed a form other than what he was. And so, as long as he identifies with that false form, he cannot merge with Paramatma. So all of us have assumed the form of body. We have Dehatma Buddhi. We take ourselves to be the body. But as long as we identify with this false form, we will not be able to merge with the Paramatma. And the moment he reverted back to his original form, that moment Bhagavan lifted him and brought him to his heart, and there is merging between Jiva and Ishwar. In other words, the moment I give up my false form and I identify with my true form, that moment I merge with Paramatma. So, while it is a moving bhakti-filled story, at the same time, it is also symbolizing the exact same teaching of Upanishad, what we study in Upanishad every day. It is just a matter of disidentifying with the false form and identifying with my true form. In that moment, merging takes place. And without any extra words also, Tulsidas just conveys this thing so clearly. Without any excessive verbiage. In few lines, that whole thing wraps up. Anyway, now, Bhagwan, after bringing him to his heart, there is merging of, see Tulsidas, I tell you how wonderfully all the lines are so well laid down. See, Tab Raghupati uthai urlawa nijalochana jala Sichi Judava. Embracing Hanumanji, symbolizing the merging of Jiva and Ishvara, they become one. Then, Sunuka Pijiyamana Sijani Una Me Te Mama Priya Lache Manate Du. One last point there, and then we'll see that tomorrow. That is, immediately after Bhagavan brought him to his heart, and there is a merging of Jiva and Ishvara, and Bhagavan doing Abhishek of Hanumanji with his own tears, immediately after the Vedantic uh, principles are clearly symbolized. The next word in the next line is Sunukapi. Sunukapi means Bhagwan Ram is speaking. It means to say, when the Jiva has merged with Ishvara, thereafter the Jiva doesn't speak. Only Ishvara speaks. How Tulsidas just put the exact next word itself. The speaking is done thereafter by Ishvara. So he has laid out all the teachings of Vedanta just so well in the... Anyway, he's the Lord. He's the Lord, he can do it very well. So Ishvara speaks. Sunukapi, we'll see that tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari